Man with the golden touch.
The golden touch. The golden touch. The golden touch. The golden touch. The golden touch. The golden touch.
The golden touch. The golden touch.
The golden touch.
Yeah. We back again. This is the Golden Touch podcast hosted by myself, Touch Mutswag. We broadcasting live in the Savage pop-up right here in Phase 4 Pure Drop Complex, Mohaboroni. And yeah, man, today we got a really special guest. Today we're talking women empowerment. As we all know, it's the Women's Month. I can hope you a Women's Month.
Yeah, it's Women's Month.
Yeah, so, guys, I have like a really special guest. This is my sister. I look up to her ever since I was a young boy, and she's my sister's friend also, and she's an entrepreneur, and she's the very first woman music promoter or entertainment promoter that I ever knew. Ever since I was born. So guys, help me welcome my sister. How are you, my sister?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm quite excited, you know.
Wow. My sister,
I think you're gonna have fun, huh?
My sister, you look so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yo, Zen is so beautiful, guys. I don't want to lie, man. My sister, welcome to the Golden Touch podcast.
Wow, it's an honor. I'm really humbled to be here and to be putting on the big brand, you know.
The Savage,
it looks so golden. It's so golden touch indeed, eh?
Indeed.
Yes.
Wow, I'm humbled. So, my sister, I just want us to talk about you as a woman of virtue, as an entertainer, as a promoter, as a business lady, and also as a king, mom. As a mom. Yeah. When did you start? Like, when did you become glued to the entertainment business?
You know, I always say that with me, it was always a calling. You know, it was never about learning it, or, you know, because it just naturally came. You know, all that I remember is that when I was in high school, I just discovered that there's just that Zen thing inside me, you know, that Zen magic, you know. I just discovered that, you know, I just have this persona that is so different from the rest of other kids. I always stood up in whatever that I did back from school. And the love for events started at St. Joseph's High School. St. Joseph's High, you know, because I was at school with the likes of Buska, Bovi, Bokeste, you know, Juju Boy, High Tower. So you can imagine, you know, I was around the stars growing up, and I was at the school of stars. So, you know, that's where it all began. You know, I'm organizing V shows at schools.
St.
Joseph's, St. Joe, you know, then there's a culture day, you are there as an organizer. So I never looked back.
Wow.
I really never looked back up until now. I got in the industry. Then I started managing V. You know, V was actually the first artist that I managed, and the first artist that actually That's when I realized that, you know, this events thing, it's the management, the events thing started this way back, and that's how now I was born into being Zen the promoter.
Yeah. And then there's the company Zen Promotions.
Yeah, then the company Zen Promotions started around 2001. I know because it's just as old as my daughter, you know.
Okay.
So it started around 2001, and till to date, you know. Initially, when I started Zen Promotions, it was supposed to be like South Africa's hub, because I had a great relationship with South African artists back then.
Okay.
You know,
how did that start? How did you become friends or have relationship with South African? How did it all start?
Back then we used to have Mr. and Miss High School.
Okay.
You know, we used to have it, you know, like I say, I started with friends from school in Poppy Part, so we had work entertainment back then.
Oh, yeah.
So we brought Musawawa to Botswana.
Yes. She was more in Brown Sugar.
Yes.
Was it Brown Sugar?
Yes, she was a dancer for Brown Sugar.
You know, I know the history.
So I'm impressed, you know. And Lindy Chabalala. So, you know, we met Bulldogs then. Bulldogs was the stable at back then, because they were one of the Nimrod and Kosi and Oscar Mlangeni were the first, one of the very first black entrepreneurs to actually start a record label. So they started
Nimrod
Bulldogs.
Nkosi.
Yes.
Was he like a
Former Gemeli
presenter?
Gemeli. So Nimrod Nkosi had Zambia, had Msawa, had Mshoza, had Cortes, and they said, Zen, we need to have a representative in Botswana because, you know, whenever we come here, we don't know where to go, we don't know how to make permits, we don't know. So we rather think it's better if we have you as an affiliate, as our brand custodian in BW. So that's how it started. So it was initially that. And, you know, when I met V, I thought, why don't I just do it at home and then have South Africa's, be an agent to South Africa's artists, but manage talent that stays at home because talent was much more. My Eskimo were getting into the picture, V was hot, you know, a lot of guys like Boy Castian were starting to take the craft professionally.
Okay, nice. How was it managing V though?
You know, the first card is the deepest. It is normally said that. You know,
is he a hard-headed person, or is he easy to work with?
Back then, because he was a teenager. I get it that stage, you're not a teenager, right? You know, whereby you are this young black boy who just wants to be an entrepreneur. One thing that I love about V is that you cannot take from the V now and the V then is that he was so eager and he knew that no matter what, he wanted to establish himself into being a brand.
Lovely.
You know, and it was an easy road because the guy is very passionate driven. He doesn't care about, you know, anything. You know, with V, it's possible to do Paris tomorrow. In Paris. You know, he never looked at himself and said, I can't do this, we can't be there. He was so much of a visionary, you know, from way back then. Everything that he's accumulated or that he's building right now is from the dream that he had from way back then when I started managing him. And you know, because I'm Kesta's cousin, I met him through Kesta Tota because I didn't know Arabo Kesta. He came to St. Joseph and there was this chick called Zan. And you know, he looked for me and said, you know what, I want you to manage me. And Kest you know, managed to hook us up, and you know, we worked together for a very long time up until I decided, you know what, V, I think there's so much talent out there. Let me just go and look and scout and build and nurture so much talent that Botswana has.
Lovely. Talking about like being a manager, talent management, do you only manage the artist only, or maybe brands? I don't know how. Like, what's your main where do you mainly like
my forte, like you know, my I think you know, I've done a lot of artist management, but you know, currently Zen Promotions as a company is open to even managing brands. Like I'm now a brand ambassador for, you know, Magic Hands Salons. That's why I'm always on point with my crazy hairstyles.
I always see the posts. You know? I love it every time. I always see. So, that's great.
That is something that developed with me now being an artist manager. Obviously, you know, I had to get endorsement deals, and you know, little did I know that as much as I worked behind the scenes, there were people that were being inspired. There were people that were watching this and say, "Oh, because she can do it, I can actually do it." So, I didn't expect to be the person who's going to be in the front lead. I always expected as a manager, you are behind the scenes. You are not, you know. So, little did I know that I was also building Zenzele Hirschfeld as a brand itself, not only Zen Promotions.
Because you're a big brand now, Susan. You're a really big brand.
And I'm grateful, you know, that I'm still relevant after, you know, I think it's close to 20 years now. 2 decades.
20 years,
Wow. Close to two decades
in
the game.
Tell me something. As a woman in an industry that is saturated by men, how did you manage to beat the odds?
I'm not gonna lie, it was never an easy one. These guys, they never let me just, you know, have it easy. You know, back then when I started Canada Sanzani, Easy B was the promoter of my times. You know, and then it was me and the likes of Boss Bees, Olibo Massive Hule. We were starting up. We were the new kids on the block. And obviously I was this girl, and they thought, you know, this is just a young girl. She's gonna, you know, this is promotions, it's a game of numbers. She's just one day gonna not get it right, and then she quits. But I was never I was never looking for quitting. I think because I was inspired more by men. As much as I was in this male-dominated industry, you can say a lot of men. I think the late Tops Masole, may his soul rest in peace, and the late Torres Fatumbela were, you know, the two people that really inspired me. But back then when I grew up in the streets of Broadhurst.
Okay.
We used to call the streets you know, Mokapa Street. I grew up on the street, Libo, Godson Matlabapiri, the late Shona Ferguson, Momutusile Son, Leno, Connolly.
You're talking legends.
These are people that, you know, we built at Gaborone. I was born and bred in Gaborone, so.
But why you
I'm from Mulepule.
Oh,
yeah, I'm from Mulepule, yes. And my dad is from a village called Moroka. So I'm a concoction, you know. You know, even though my dad was from Morocco, he's half Mozambique and half Kalanga. So I always get to say I'm just a concoction. I'm a coconut.
Then are you a serious person?
Yeah,
do you ever play around like?
Yes,
but
I
you
do.
Always keep it professional.
No, I do. Like I think because of the type of a job that I do, because I've got to earn the respect, you know. I never make it very easy, you know.
Yes.
But you know, I've had younger brands such as your Benti, your Viso, that chill, that are very playful, that I, you know, have the new generation. So with me, it's as much as I like to keep it like very professionally, and you know, you could say that even with my friends, I'm the one who always wants to.
Because not to tell the truth,
you know,
when I look at Zen, I see like a really professional person. I feel like I can't just say anything to you. I respect you that way.
Okay. Yeah,
I believe all artists. That's how they feel.
Yes, that's how they feel. I think I was molded and made like in this, you know. And God, when I was built, God vested that motherly. That's why a lot of people now call me Mama Z, you know, the mother of the industry, because I got to adopt that even at a very younger age because of the responsibility that came up with being in the industry. You know, I didn't just get in the industry to be the Zenzele for myself. I had to always carry more, bring more with me, you know. And you know, that is what made me, you know, I don't have time for myself, like you say, you know. I really have those moments of just chilling and just being and enjoying. But at the moment, I think I'm having more of that because you know, now I'm a student at Limcom Queen, so I get to also now concentrate on Zen.
What are you studying?
I'm studying marketing.
You're studying marketing?
Yes, I'm one of the beneficiaries for
lovely.
the Tansiri Limcom Queen 2020 Creative Industry Scholarship beneficiary. So, you know, it got to also now give me time to concentrate on myself and finally be selfish and give myself time.
Why did you decide to study marketing?
I decided to do it because, you know, when you look at the industry the way it is, I mean, just right now we now have an arts council that shows that it's here to actually to change the whole face of how you look into creative industry. Some of us, when we started back then, we were doing it for the passion. It was never about the money. It was never about building an empire or being an entrepreneurship. But as the game changes, as social media was born, and you know, with the new generation of younger people such as you that are very hardworking and changing the game. You know, I found it fit that, you know, as much as I have built myself into being a brand that has so much skill, I need to also have the academic qualification to be able to stand proud tomorrow and say, even though I got this degree after 40, but you know, skills and academic, when you have both of it, you actually empower yourself, because education is the greatest gift one can give to themselves. You know, I've learned the industry know-how, but I needed to also get to know the academic, and you know, as much as I can know how to do the practical, also get the theoretical to understand. I mean, we're talking about, as an artist manager, you go through reading contracts, you get through getting endorsements, so you know, you need knowledge, you need to empower yourself, you need to strive and be able to be eloquent and present yourself and build yourself as a brand. So that is why I really decided, you know, I need to uplift my life. I need to go to school. I need to get an education background and increase, because I was just a mere from 5 student. And I said, you know, but why did I just not complete it? I built a brand, but let me just get one in the back.
Wow, lovely. talk about like some of your accomplishments. You're a former Botswana Entertainment Promoters Association president. Wow.
Yeah, that is that was quite a responsibility. I was the president of Botswana Entertainment Promoters Association for 2 terms.
2 terms.
Yes, and which is quite an achievement, because I believe I'm one of the first women to actually lead a movement. Because I the first executive, I was just the only woman sitting in it.
Okay.
And I look at it, and I'm very proud of myself, because I wasn't really taking on to the position to represent myself.
Yes.
But I was taking on the position to represent women out there that, we are equally able to do it as our male counterparts. We are equally able to lead and make a difference, not only for ourselves, for the community as well, for Botswana as general. Because through my days as a president of BEPA,
yeah.
I was able to advocate with my committee for the Transformational Leadership Award that Rekhama got in the diaspora through the Afrima competition. I think you remember your sister.
Yes. What is Afrima?
Being nominated. Afrima stands for African Music Magazine Awards, and they are the awards that celebrate the African culture and the diaspora.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm very humbled that I got to work with my committee to achieve such a prestigious honorary.
What is it? Transformational Leadership Award.
I mean, the former president has really worked tirelessly to build up and unearth a lot of talent.
Yes,
when he got into power, he made sure that he introduces the president's competitions that celebrates each and every criteria that exists within the creative space. So,
yes.
We selected him. And we selected him not because of him as an individual. We selected him because of the culture that we hold as Botswana, the talent that we hold as Botswana.
Yes.
Because
true
it
that.
is like so we selected him just to also sell who we are as Botswana, because we believed as BEPA that Botswana has so much potential of talent. I mean, just the other day we were saying with my partner that we're having a discussion that if there are 2 things that Botswana has been given, it's the athletics and the hip hop genre. Do you know that we've got one of the best rappers? Like, we have so much talent.
In Botswana, for real.
I still would bet my money on our own rappers in South Africa.
What are you currently listening to when it comes to hip hop?
I listen to everything, be it urban, be it cultural. Currently I'm listening to Veto. I love
Veto.
Veto.
Wow.
I love Veto's flow. I love Veto's flow.
Actually,
I love listening to everything.
Veto is my favorite current hip hop artist.
I listen to a whole lot of to a lot of artists that are there. I've been listening to a lot of Banty, and I've seen the whole maturity that has come out of the game.
Yeah.
I've listened to your stuff. I listen to even the old cats such as such as Ska.
Yeah.
I believe that Ska also has this. He's one of just the best vocalists and lyricists that could come out of the hip hop genre.
True that.
I listen to Zeus, and obviously Casper does it for me. When it comes to SA hip hop, and internationally, I go with the flow. I go with whoever is the man of the moment. Whether it's female rap or it's a male rap artist.
As an artist manager, what do you look for you to manage an artist? Like, do you scout around for talent, or talent comes to you, or as a manager, this is what we are working on? What do you normally look at, and how do you work with an artist?
You see, back then, because there were no agents, there were no artist manager. Back then, I would work with everybody that was coming to me. But as the years and as the talents and as the new culture starts to develop, in the creative space, I now really take my time to really listen to whatever the artist who approaches me.
Okay.
It's different. Some approach is on promotions. Some artists, I just look at it and I say, I want to work with that talent, and I wanna make a difference, because I think, if you've followed my my track record, everybody who's under Zen Promotions is gonna bring in a award home. I don't just work with lazy talent. I work with talent that really says, I wanna go and grab an award. Not even one.
Yeah.
I mean, I speak about artists that have got, and under my management, that have managed to scoop more than 6 awards in the same category like the Yamas.
Oh,
so
nice.
you're
so powerful.
I'm really looking for artists that are really hungry to work and give it their all. I want people that are go-getters. I want artists that are really hungry to bag it all and really
I always tell guys, my friends, all the problem with Botswana artists, they want to be spoon-fed. You get, but no one is gonna spoon-feed any artist out there. It's either you go out there and get it, or you forget about it.
I think the other problem, when we look at so many things, is that let's take yourself for example. You are an entrepreneur, you are a brand artist, and you've got so many responsibilities, as an individual and as a brand. And other musicians get to mix that. They never get to differentiate between touch Monawe Zenzele and touch the brand.
Yes.
So artists should understand that as a brand, you've got to have people that look after the brand. As a person, you can manage your funds, you can. But when it comes, once you say that you want to establish yourself as a brand, you must know that it's not a sole proprietorship. Now it's something that you look at as a company, something that you're not going to be able just to make decisions on your own. You mustn't be selfish about letting other people coming in to nurture the talent. I mean, look at sports. There's a coach, there's somebody who does your PR, and the same thing applies to the creative space. You should, just as there's a producer, you should also make sure that there's a manager. Somebody who else, because you can be a jack of all trades.
How many artists can you manage at a time?
In terms of brands, I have the highest that the company, because Zen Promotions is not a person, but people get to to really feel that, hey, when I was signed with Zen Promotions, Zen must be in the forefront. So that is always limited in terms of me getting to have Zen Promotions have more than 5 artists, 5 brands. Because another thing about me, I'm very I love a personal touch. As a mother, I'm a mother hen. So whenever I manage this artist, I really want to mother them with everything that I have. So we've managed to have 3 different artists, as a company, in different genres. Because again, if you manage artists that are, let's say you have 3 artists that are from the same
music genre,
they're gonna think that, okay, you're gonna favor artist A over artist X. I always try and avoid that. I always try and avoid getting an artist what is this from the same
I was in. Wow, so much information, so much important information. I think for now let's just take a little break, and we have some fruits out here, and we have some cupcakes. All these cupcakes, they're made from a local product. This is the Chef Faith cake mixes.
This is female empowerment. It's good to be having this on Women's Month.
So this is a local product, guys. Go out there and get the Chef Faith cake mix. Search Chef Faith on Facebook. You see, now we are whining and dining with my sister out here. So let's take a little commercial break. Talk more about Auzizen as a promoter, as a brand, as a business lady.
All right.
Golden touch.
Golden touch.
Yes, we're back again. I'm still with my sister, Auzizen Zen Promotions. We're talking music, entertainment, business. We're talking entrepreneurship. We're talking women empowerment. Because, guys, it's the Women's Month, so we gotta give it up to the ladies out there who are really putting in great work. Come on. I really respect like ladies. I really respect women. I feel like women, like you guys are just diamonds out there. And yo, brothers out there, let's respect the ladies. Let's take care of our ladies. Our ladies will take care of us too. How is it? How are you?
I'm fine. Like, I'm enjoying the
You're looking golden out here in the Golden Touch
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm enjoying the golden opportunity.
I get it.
Once in a lifetime. Yeah.
How is it? Who's your role model?
Growing up, my role model was my late mother. You know, because my mother was this hardworking woman. That everything that I know is what I've learned from my mother. From the culture of my hair. My mother never used to grow her hair. From the great essence of, respecting the, from the clothes, from how to express yourself as a woman, to this hardworking, to being this hardworking individual.
Yes.
Everything that I've always done is just that. It's because my mother was there to be this role model that ever since I was a little girl, she was this one person that I was just looking up to because, she brought us up as a single parent, me and my siblings, and the courage that she had and the warmth of the love and the way I just show her elevation in life, that is the role model that I've had in my life. Sure, my mother has always been my hero.
That's great. Because Zenzel, you are a role model to so many ladies out there, even us brothers out there. I want to know, like, have you ever had a mentor?
Yes, I my career was mentored by different people. As I've said, I've had Red Tops Masole really
Uncle
been
Tops.
very influential into the women that I was. And I've had Reshima Monare, who's also like an uncle to me, also mentor my career. And I've had younger people, from my generation as Boss Abelo Mudibe, Masi Julio, also, being big brothers to always say these are your do's and don'ts. And currently my mentor is Mrs. Mama Fichani. That's that lady that's really mentoring me in terms of being the Zen brand and being the Zenzele best person that I can ever be.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's good to have a mentor in life.
Yeah. Let's say there's a young woman or lady out there wishing to do what you do, wishing to become an artist promoter or artist manager like you. Can you mentor, do you ever mentor upcoming whoever talent?
Yes, I do. I've got a movement called Women of Wax. Wow. Women of Wax. Women of Wax.
Wow.
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 So, wow. Yeah. So Women of Wax was established in 2018. I established Women of Works when I was retiring from being a full-time artist manager, and
Wait, you've retired?
As a manager, yes, as a full-time manager.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I've retired. Zenzel has the Zen Promotions.
Yes,
Zenzel the individual, and I was when I retired. And
you were not retiring, you were elevating.
Yes,
you were switching gears.
Wow, thank you. That was elevating tomorrow. Yeah. So I was looking around and saying, if ever somebody was gonna sit and say, who have you learned from? Who has been your inspiration in the events, promotional, artist management game? How many females are going to be there? And I was trying to find out, and there were just a few individuals that I was trying to see trying the game. And I said, okay, maybe we're not doing enough as a females that are in the creative space. Let me start this movement that will actually encourage women that it's possible. And through Women of Works, I've been able to stage annual events.
Yes.
That includes a week of just women getting together through workshops, through having different talents. I have an event themed the Queen's Ball. That is an annual Queen's Ball. The Queen's Ball is where it's 100% event that showcases talent on women. Everything is women, from the women that are from the graphic designer that makes the flyer of the event, to
yes.
the women that are taking part on the lineup of events,
Yes,
to the women
yes.
that are behind the production, the cameras, to record the performances, the photography, the videography, to the women that are making clothes. Because I wanted to look back, and I want to see younger women from my nation saying, because of her, I was
Yes.
able to do it. Because of Zenzele, I was inspired.
I
Because
get
of Zenzele, I got an opportunity of also learning. And through this platform, I also invite younger people. I work with a lot of younger talent and younger women. My PA is actually a female. And my PA, my personal assistant, is actually a female, because I'm trying to really have them build on their confidence and believe in themselves, that they're equally able to deliver in every field, just as their male counterparts.
Wow. Talking about wow. Talking about wow. You also, like, I've seen in the papers, I've been following through, and I've been motivated by, I don't know when you started this movement, Miss Millennium. Can you?
Yes.
What's the whole concept behind Miss Millennium? That's a cool concept.
Yeah, Miss Millennium was started in 2008, and it was started by women that were 40 and above. The mosadi has not had such a written age about 40 in our society. We were observing that after 40, it's sort of, you feel like, okay, the saying says, everything starts at 40.
Wow.
But
now I use the wow.
In our society, women have enough 40. In terms of looking up your breast pad, the empowerment and the encouragement wasn't really motivating. And we started to create this Miss Millennium platform. Miss Millennium platform, it's an annual beauty pageant for women that are 40 and above. The women that are registered through this beauty pageantry, how it's in me just because you are slim, you're beautiful, you've got a beautiful figure. No, you enter because you want to make a difference. It's a social development responsibility beauty pageant, whereby we select a winner. The winner that we select gets to make a difference in her community. So yeah, Magun Glabo never 40 years old, but they want to do and make a difference for charity. Yeah,
that's lovely.
And it's been ongoing, I think, for more than 14 years now.
Hey, you've worked with so many big brands.
I have.
You've worked with so many big brands. I want to know something. I'm an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur. How do you handle or deal with fixing, like, issues with unhappy clients? How do you fix issues with unhappy clients? Because that's one of the hardest things
that you can ever do. We have different kinds of clients. We have know-it-all kind of clients that believe they're always right. And I believe rule number one is to always make them feel they're always right, no matter, even if the faults resides with the client. So I've with me, it has always been, you should be able to deliver. If in everything that you are doing, if your priority can be about delivering a quality, you will never be able to have a problem with your clients.
Lovely. Let's take a commercial small break. Let's take a commercial small break. I'm getting so much information. I want to
Raspberry.
Yeah, guys, we'll be back in a few seconds. This is the Golden Touch with your boy Touch Motwak Twak. Yeah.
The Golden Touch.
The Golden Touch.
Yeah, we're still out here in the Golden Touch podcast with your boy Touch Motwak Twak. You guys, make sure you follow the Golden Touch podcast on Facebook and all socials. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, make sure you share this video. How's it?
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm great.
You great? You know what? I wanna test how your seriousness and
A sense of humor.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you a task.
Okay.
It has to be. I'm gonna give you names.
Okay.
two names
All
of
right.
different brands or whatever, but one you have to scrap it out. You have to scrap it out. Ne? I get.
Okay.
With no fail.
With no
fail.
Okay,
But it doesn't
let's
mean
hear.
or you really mean it.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Okay. First of all, hip hop or jazz? Which one do you scrap out?
Like for real?
Yes. No, you gotta scrap out one. Hip hop or jazz?
Jazz.
You scrap out jazz.
Yeah. My first love is hip hop.
Are you for real?
Yeah, that's my first love. The
Oh,
culture, it's
wow.
about culture.
Yo.
It's about the culture.
Okay. Motswafere or Shantilo? You gotta scrap out one.
Which I fair. Yeah, Shanti is here.
Yeah,
Shanti
okay.
is yeah.
Okay.
Mozart and like
Yeah.
I know I love him so.
No, you don't really mean it. It's just a game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yarona FM or Gaps FM? Which one do you scrap out?
Yarona FM.
Ah, are you serious?
No, I choose Yarona FM. I'll scrap out Gaps FM.
Oh, you scrap out Gaps FM.
Yeah, Yarona FM. Yarona FM.
Yo, Gaps FM, she doesn't really mean it. It's just a game. Okay, we keep going. Eskimos or Exodus? You know what I did there? Eskimos or Exodus, my sister? Which one do you scrap out?
Exodus started the game. So I'll do it with this.
It's good. I knew it.
Why?
I knew it. I knew it. Because I know you love Exodus. You love Exodus. I was saying you love Exodus.
Yeah.
Okay. OZFTD or ATI?
Oh God.
One gets to go.
OZF Teddy. The goat has to go. ATI.
Yeah.
OZ for now.
Okay.
Hey, that's a tight one. ATI is my boy for days. That's
Yeah, ne? Oh,
my
lovely.
love for ATI.
Okay, the last one. Last one. PP or Easy B? I know they're all your brothers.
Easy has to go. PP is my nigga.
Are you serious?
Easy has to go. Easy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
You made a touch. Like, really.
No, it's just a game. It's just a game.
Wow.
No, I know you don't really mean it though.
Yes.
We're just trying to break the ice, No,
You really did.
Yeah, I really like appreciate your presence and you coming through to the Golden Touch podcast. I think we can talk more and more. But then, what are you currently working on? What should we look up for from Zen Promotions?
Currently I'm working on more of community-based projects. I've realized that Botswana has so much great talent, but we're only concentrating on Gaborone.
Yeah.
So Zen Promotions is currently working on unearthing and shaping and managing and coming up with capacity building workshops in the area that's they are farthest in Gamiland. Yes, that's a project that we are now working on.
You said an important point, capacity building workshops. You know what I always feel like? We got so much talent in Botswana, but then the problem is the talent doesn't know the ins and outs of the entertainment business. Why? Because we hardly have capacity building workshops, and I feel like that's what we really need the most in the entertainment industry.
I think people sometimes don't even know where to get what and how to go about it. And I also think that another problem is that we don't even know that talent itself, it's entrepreneurship. you can make a legacy out of it. You can make wealth out of it.
Yes.
We don't have that enough information. And even at times when you have it, you don't even know how to actually come about it, how to sell, how to establish it, and really say, I'm a brand. I'm actually can make something out of myself.
I get it. There's a saying that I like telling my friends, in the entertainment industry, Mobotswana, it's like everyone wants to shine, but no one wants to polish. And you are one of those individuals who are really, really polishing the entertainment industry. I feel like we have like an influx of artists who are not really, really artists. You know why? Because we don't have entertainment education in Botswana. You're gonna find out whether there's a youngster out there who can be a good artist manager, who can be a good graphic designer or publicist, but because all they see is everyone is holding the mic on stage, that's what they feel like that's the right thing. So we need more people like you, Auzen.
Thank you so much. And you've actually just said a very you actually just raised something that so many people doesn't know, that if we could learn that from, we can each have a piece of a cake from this whole brand, we can be able to share it. Our lives would actually be easier. And if we could know that somebody else has got to do the dirty job, somebody else has got to be behind the scene. I mean, look at me. I've always been behind putting up brands, making people shine, not wanting to be in the spotlight at the same time. But I was able to make something out of it. Still being in the background. I still managed to become Zen. Still, even after producing brands such as Bank Tea, such as Veto, such as such as MP Family, Eskimos, Exodus, you name them,
What's the best advice you can give out there to all the entertainers out there regarding the COVID-19 situation? You see now, like, there are no events, the entertainment industry is down. Should we still have hope? What can you say out there to all the entertainers out there?
All that I can say that, we are very special. The word, in the beginning, we were all created by God in His own image. So creatives they're very special to humanity, to the universe, to God Himself, and we should know that we will be able to rise and be back again. All that I can encourage people at this point in time is to keep on building content, keep on building content, keep on being relevant, keep on, building up content, because everything now is leading to a digital world. So, keep making sure that you're releasing your music, keep investing into yourself. I mean, if you need to take some time to also get to do online learning in terms of your craft, do it. Don't just sit and say, I want to do it. Keep on still selling your music through online. Digital platforms are not closed. You can still do your performances online. You can still sell your products online.
Because times have changed.
So times have changed. It's just the way of doing things. And if there are any other people that can convince the market out there, it's the creatives, because they have a way of, imagine a world without music. Music is still playing. We still listen to radios. We still listen to online platforms, and they do with music because they know music. So keep on doing and working on your craft and seeing new ways on how to do it. Keep on working on your talent and being the best person that you could ever be.
Again, another important thing that I feel we really need to instill in entertainers in Botswana is research. You get
research. It's exactly what I'm saying. If you need to take some time away to even do online, I mean, the world right now it gives through a whole lot of social media platforms. You could learn a lot. You could research a lot. Just see how artists are, in neighboring South Africa, Nigeria, how they are doing without actually having concerts or people gathering. And then you'll be able to also do it. And don't just put your eggs in one basket.
Again,
look for endorsement. Look for other ways of also making sure that you are generating. You look for other ways of generating income. Your money shouldn't be coming from one world. It should be coming from different worlds. So once you do it, I mean, look at you. I'm so proud of you. You have Savage. You have your music. You just have so many. And
the thing is, you know what? I feel like I believe in like materializing what I visualize. You get there's always, you'll never go wrong if you start something. You get most people they think of they have ideas, but they're afraid to execute them because they're afraid of being criticized. Nowadays everything is being criticized on social, so people are scared to put themselves out there. Or yo guys, this is what I'm doing. But now I just want to encourage it. Just materialize what you visualize.
Go for it. I mean,
wow.
You have done it. I've done it. So many people are doing it. So you can do it as well.
Hey, my sister, you're looking golden.
Oh, thank you. With a golden survey.
Oh, wow.
And a golden cup.
My sister, it's really an honor, and I'm really, really humbled to be sitting next to you.
I'm thankful. I'm humbled.
No, I really, really wish you all the best in each and everything that you do, my sister.
Thank you so much.
Stay blessed, my sister, and I know you are going to keep on raising the Botswana flag high up there.
Always.
You keep on innovating, keep on being like a good ambassador, keep on being a great mom and a great sister to all of us out there. I really, really appreciate you.
Okay, precious. Thank you so much.
No, thanks a lot. I was Zen Promotions on Facebook, Twitter. How do we follow you?
At the moment, Zenzela has felt on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook.
Oh, great. Yo, guys, it was really a lovely episode today. The Golden Touch podcast, powered by Chef Faith Cake Mixes. This is a local product.
I can't wait to
search Chef Faith Cake Mixes on Facebook. As you can see, we're just about to wine and dine. Guys, let's keep on promoting local. Let's keep on supporting local. Let's keep on bringing out good quality products that are locally made. And guys, stay blessed, and thank you guys for following the Golden Touch podcast. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, the Golden Touch podcast. Subscribe, comment, share this video, and it's all love. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Touch Motwak, we Audi.
Man with the golden touch.
The golden touch. The golden touch.